somebody has finally created the British equivalent of a new Fallout game. But instead of America, it's based in the United Kingdom. This is Atomfall, and we're about to do a deep dive into the new gameplay that the developers sent me. But a lot of people don't know that one of the first nuclear disasters in the world was the Windscale fire, which actually happened in 1957 in the UK. And this game, Atomfall, actually explores an alternative what-if situation where we failed to contain the disaster and the fire caused a full-scale nuclear meltdown and explosion, spreading extreme radiation across the entirety of northern England. So this is like post-apocalyptic Fallout in one of the most beautiful scenic locations in the United Kingdom, the Lake District. And beyond that, Atomfall seems to have everything you'd ever want from a post-apocalyptic survival game that takes place in a very densely packed sandbox where the player chooses what they want to explore first. You've got stealth gameplay, assassinations, scavenging, repairing and upgrading weapons, different tools you can use like exploding arrow bolts or decoys, different adjustable difficulty settings so you can change the combat, survival, or exploration difficulty separately from one another, increasing the scarcity of ammunition and other resources, and using melee weapons. The game also has a heart rate system, which functions as a stamina bar. Different factions with their own agendas and headquarters that you can join or kill. Dialogue choices that let you roleplay the kind of character you want to be in this morally grey world, where you're not so sure who to trust or what's right or wrong. And everybody you meet has a different interpretation of what's happened. And obviously, the game is just very British. But the most shocking thing to me, because hardly any games let you do this, is the fact you can kill every character in Atomfall. And obviously if you kill big pivotal quest characters, their entire questline will be severed. But the game is still designed in such a way that you can still uncover the narrative storyline after the fact. But it will stop you getting certain endings, and the game has multiple branching paths to apparently get to those endings. So that's my brief summary of what I know about the game so far, but now let's actually check out the gameplay. And thank you to Atomfall for sponsoring this video. You can play the game for yourself on March 27th via the link in the description on Game Pass, Xbox Series S, X1, PS4 and 5, Steam and Epic Games, and PC players can also pick up the Quarantine Edition, which not only has all the digital rewards you see here, but also has physical stuff as well. So check it out for yourself from the link below. Get yourself a cup of tea and let's begin the gameplay.
Windscale, the pride of Britain. Nestled in the picturesque Lake District, the state-of-the-art atom plant has transformed this rugged landscape into the envy of its northern neighbors. Scientific progress waits for no one, and
the public has nothing to fear.
The area will be reopened by Christmas at the latest.
The situation is more complex than was at first understood.
No military expeditions into the area have been lost. Where did you get such an idea?
Perhaps by next Christmas. Oh, no more reconnaissance flights. The interference field is bringing down aircraft like clay pigeons.
Let me be clear. Our experts are monitoring the situation, and I would urge everyone to remain calm. The situation in Cumberland is well in hand.
It already sounds like a very British way of dealing with the problem. Remain calm and carry on. Stiff upper lip.
We've already introduced you to the world of Atomfall, and here at Rebellion, we're excited to welcome you to an exclusive gameplay deep dive preview. Our first-person action survival game launches on March 27th, built on 3 core pillars.
I need to take a moment to talk about how British this is already. We've got a dry stone wall. The landscape itself, very lush and green, reminds me of the Lake District already. And obviously, yes, the red telephone box.
Mystery and investigation.
This land is not safe.
Survival. Brutal combat.
Damn.
Atomfall's story takes place in 1962, just 5 years after the devastating Windscale fire in northern England. You awaken with amnesia, being confronted by a scientist urging you to reach a place called the Interchange, and to seek help from others willing to aid you in escaping the quarantine zone.
The only way to Windscale is through the Interchange. There are people who will help you escape, but they won't do it for free.
He may even give you a lead to start your investigation on the right path.
They might have good or bad intentions, and we're not going to know until we actually start picking up the clues.
Everything I remember. It's not much, but it's all I can do.
Find the truth. The truth is under the Windscale plant, and the way there is through the interchange. The truth must get out. So there's a real sense of mystery around how this nuclear disaster actually happened.
It's up to you to discern who truly wants to assist and who seeks to take advantage. Your decisions during conversations will uncover their true intention.
And by the looks of it, we have different styles of response. So we've got curious, wary, suspicious, or you can say goodbye. And I suppose depending how you treat people, if you're very suspicious with them, they might not give you all the information they know.
Shaping the journey ahead and uncovering vital clues.
There's one bunker I've yet to explore. Maybe you'll find the answers there. Just don't pick the place clean, eh?
Why not?
But look, if you want more, you'd be wise to ask Molly, the tinker. An ear for information has Molly.
I heard some outlaws found a big door nearby, one they couldn't get open. They said it was signed the Interchange.
That is a very dangerous word to be bandying about. I suggest you forget you've ever heard it.
So already there, we meet 3 different characters who are giving us different bits of information, and some of the characters, like this guy, doesn't even want us to know about the interchange. So it already makes you question what their motives are.
So no one goes near the substation, understood? Anyone trespassing there will be shot.
In Atomfall, players have the freedom to forge their own path, pursuing various leads to unravel the mysteries behind the catastrophic events.
Wyndham Village is under the authority of the Quarantine Protocol. The soldiers of the protocol are here to protect you.
The absence of a traditional quest system fosters authentic investigation, where talking, researching and adapting, even through violence, are key to survival. Each journey you take is part of a larger interconnected web of stories, leading you deeper into the mystery of what happened after the Windscale fire. However, following one lead may inadvertently destroy others or take you down paths that ultimately lead to nothing, adding to the sense of mystery and consequences in Atomfall's world.
I do love the fact that there's a sense of choice there in your exploration, and if you go far down one rabbit hole, you might cut off another one. And yes, that street sign right there, the black and white one, they actually are pretty common to see in the Lake District. I love it when developers add these little notes throughout the game to give you clues on places to visit without just directing you, hey, go here, there's a quest. And if you read those notes, you can see that we're actually going to be rewarded. So this note is actually just an advertisement for natural tonics and remedies. And it includes a small map indicating the location of an old mine where Mother Jago sells her wares, apparently. We do see a stealth takedown here as well, which is pretty dope. And we can also loot people for notes and keys as well.
During your journey in Atomfall, you may encounter Captain Sims, leader of a military force called Protocol, who might task you with checking in on Iris, the town's baker, as something seems amiss.
If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker.
Depending on your dialogue choices, you can pressure Iris to reveal her secrets, uncovering a deeper mystery.
You can be friendly and kind, or you can just straight up threaten her. I think you're hiding something, tell me or I'll call the soldiers now.
Depending on your dialogue choices, you can pressure Iris to reveal her secrets, uncovering a deeper mystery.
If you do threaten her, you can then appease her and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you, I just want to help. Or you can be blunt, well, start talking. Or lawful. If I find anything that's a threat to the village, I'll report it, understood?
If she confides in you, she may ask for help to obtain a special tonic from the enigmatic Mother Jago.
There's a lady, calls herself Mother Jago.
That was the lady that the note mentioned earlier in the gameplay.
Out in Casterfell Woods. Brews the tonic to her own recipe.
However, you could just turn the baker into the captain and be rewarded with his trust, which could prove advantageous.
Right.
Well, as I've said, you will have earned my trust. That will be very beneficial to you, as and when we open a way out of the zone.
Not all of the characters you meet are for chasing down leads though, as some also double as traders, offering items that could be crucial to your survival. Money has no value in the quarantine zone.
I assume these are made up names, but I do like the fact that they have the beer taps there. And they've crossed out the Northerners Ale, probably because the fallout affected that area quite heavily.
The economy relies on bartering and trading, making every item in your possession a potential bargaining chip.
Ah.
A scale indicates each item's value at the top of the trading menu. Once you've selected all the items you wish to obtain from the trader, you will then have to offer up your own items in exchange. When the scale turns green, the trade can be completed, and you will receive the new items. If you don't have enough to offer in exchange, you can always take the trader out and loot their corpse.
Amazing. You can just, because you have an option to talk to him or take him down.
To offer in exchange,
and he just snaps his neck. So I guess if you do that, you completely remove them as an option for trading. I can also see right here there's a metal detector, but I think this may be the first realistic trading system I've seen for like a post-apocalyptic game, in the sense that when currency no longer has any value, you're now trading things that are actually going to be useful to you, like bandages, first aid, and ammunition and weapons. So there's clearly going to be a lot of looting and trading in the game to get our hands on what we need.
As you travel through the Lake District of Northern England, you may encounter the secret science bunkers hidden in hill walls or under the surface, containing treasures, supplies, and even monstrosities ready to rip you apart.
Oh, damn, okay. Also, this looks like a bow and arrow sticky bomb right here.
There are also mysterious red phone boxes that are scattered throughout the quarantine zone.
Yeah.
Their piercing ring will beckon you as you draw near. If you answer the call, a voice on the other end may offer helpful advice or cryptic warnings.
Oberon must die.
But who is this unseen guide? And why are they reaching out to you?
And who is Oberon? Can this mysterious voice be trusted?
What purpose drives their actions?
Phones have been disconnected for years. Take a knock on the noggin, did you?
Exploration in Atomfall offers more than just practical rewards.
Oh,
it's a chance to uncover hidden secrets that deepen the mystery and enrich your adventure.
So we can actually use the metal detector to aim and dig up different locations where we can find potential loot. And we get like some kind of chest or safe.
You must be extra cautious when exploring, as there is peril around every corner. A single misstep in a hidden minefield could shatter your journey in an instant.
You just die?
Proximity alarms that will go off and lead to deadly encounters.
My god, that thing looks terrifying.
There's even exploding sheep that can infect you with spores that creep into your lungs until you collapse lifeless.
Oh my god. Right here on the bottom right, we see our health bar, and that we have an infection, which just depletes our health rapidly.
To protect yourself from these dangers, you'll need to find various supplies that are crucial to your survival. While you may not be thirsty or go hungry in Atomfall, food and drink can be found to restore your health and occasionally provide additional benefits.
That is the most British thing I've ever seen in my life. When you're in combat or something intense happens, your heart rate goes up. So you use the tea and your heart rate slows.
To help your survival, you may also choose to find crafting supplies to create useful items. To find them, you will need to explore each area to its fullest.
So here we see the new crafting menu. Bandages cure bleeding and restore health over time. And it requires alcohol and cloth to actually create a bandage, which made sense.
Using the metal detector can uncover buried supplies. It may also reveal hidden clues tied to the deeper mystery within the quarantine zone.
Okay.
You can find crafting recipes for numerous items, including a poison bomb that releases a toxic cloud on impact, a shiv that can be used for quick stabbing, and a combat stim that buffs your melee damage for a short duration.
Damn.
Take the time to discover all the recipes that can be found.
Oh, they have recipes.
In Atomfall, you will have to fight to survive.
If you look closely, you can see the shiv is actually made out of a ruler and sharpened. Something that we all used to do in school as Brits. And we also see the stealth system has like a little hidden icon to say you're hidden in the grass. And then we have the quick action wheel.
You will have limited inventory space, forcing you to be strategic and intentional with every.
Hey look guys, it's a strategic and intentional Cornish pasty. Or why not carry a tactical potato?
You will have to balance between healing items and a variety of weapons. Guns, Molotovs, grenades,
yo, that
and
looks
melees.
Amazing.
Are to be used as a defense against any adversaries you'll stumble upon. You'll need to think carefully about how you prepare and what you take with you. In our previous gameplay trailer, we told you there are a variety of pistols, rifles, and shotguns you can find and use.
Sweet.
However, scavenging for these weapons will only get you so far. As you progress, you'll...
Oh my god, is this a perk system? Unlocks recipes to craft upgraded weapons. So you've got ranged and melee combat perk trees, then survival and conditioning, which I guess is your heart rate.
Have the chance to upgrade your weapons, taking them to a higher tier for increased power. This includes weapons like the rusty terrier rifle found early on in your journey that can be upgraded to a stock version followed by the powerful pristine version using the right skills, supplies and multiple rifles.
Oh wow. So to upgrade to a pristine version, you need another couple of Terrier 22 rifles, gun oil and scrap. So the progression is very much looting the good parts of weapons and then using them to get better equipment.
Ammo may be scarce, so be sure to utilise the melee weapons like cricket bats, axes, knives and police batons that are scattered throughout the world. Each weapon has special attributes ranging from different attack damage, speed and bleeding effects. Regardless of your weapon of choice, they are a vital means of defense when you're running low on ammo or forced into close quarters combat. You can use your fists, kick enemies to stun them, or strike with the butt of your gun for some added damage. Every encounter offers different possibilities. You can try to avoid conflict, take enemies down stealthily one by one, or charge in guns blazing. The choice is yours on how to handle each situation.
Oh, I think we can manage that.
For a stealthier approach, find some tall grass to hide in. This will make it more difficult to be detected by enemies and will allow you to take down any threat that comes your way. But be careful, as others may be close enough to hear their death throes and come after you. Enemies will react differently to you, with some even putting their hands up while you point a gun at them or flinching when a shot goes off. If you run out of ammo, you can always throw your melee weapon or toss a grenade at your foes. In our previous introduction video, we mentioned the lawless land filled with bandits and cultists. Each of the factions will have a main camp that is heavily guarded, but contains useful items that can help even the odds.
So this faction with the bows are the Druids. And then we have the cultists residing in what looks like one of the old castles. And their outfits look kind of terrifying.
Not all enemies you face in Atomfall will be human. Large robots patrol the quarantine zone, with orange variants helping to maintain order in the village of Wyndham, while black variants are burning back plant growth around the camp.
What?
Be cautious around them though, as they will attack you if you're in a place you shouldn't be.
Oh my
or
god.
if provoked.
Damn, they destroy you.
In some areas, you can get swarmed by rats that will poison you. Bloodthirsty leeches may surround you in the water, and crows can attack you in open fields. Using a cricket bat can help, as can kicking to stomp on them. But getting to higher ground, or as far away as possible, may be a better option.
My god, that's
You
kind of
may
scary.
even come across the ferals. These creatures are rarely alone.
The lighting here looks very creepy as well, and we can see we're actually getting infested.
Which makes them extremely dangerous if you get surrounded. You can sometimes find them in the hidden bunkers across the quarantine zone, and defeating them can be very rewarding. Our accessibility features allow you to alter the challenge of the combat at the start of the game, and can also be adjusted during play.
So how hard can we make this game? Intense combat, best suited to those who hunger for a challenge and realism. Enemies are very aggressive, with high resilience perception and higher rates of tough enemy types. For a realistic experience, you have low resilience, very scarce loot, and trading items is greatly weighted in the trader's favor. And if you have intense exploration, best suited to those who want to get lost in the world of Atomfall. So no compasses, no waypoints, no markers, no hints. Or alternatively, you have the opposite, which simplifies everything with compasses, waypoint markers, and so on.
Here you have several different options to affect aspects of the combat, survival, and exploration in Atomfall. The Atomfall experience delivers an intense battle for survival, where careful observation and quick thinking are essential to executing imperfect plans under pressure with limited resources. We also want to empower players to tailor the game to their preferences, whether that means embracing more extreme challenges with heightened intensity and pressure.
Also, some of you might notice the Tommy Shelby cap here. Well, this guy has a customized police officer hat. And if you're from the UK, you know all this stuff, but it's really cool little details like this that just make it a very British Fallout. I've been waiting for a game like Atomfall for a long time, in case that wasn't obvious from this video. And they've also released a developer's commentary right over here, which gives you a deeper insight into what Atomfall is all about, straight from the mouth of the developer. And watching that actually got me even more excited for the game. It's coming out on every platform March 27th. You can pre-order it from the link in the description below. Don't forget to check out the physical edition on PC.